This conference is an important example of how to improve the care of patients with rare disease. A key aspect of that is bringing communities together.
Days like this is where you expand your network and you learn new things and you learn new colleagues too, with whom you can collaborate.
One voice doesn't get heard, but a multitude of voices do get heard. We can work together to bring a better landscape for the families and the people that we care about.
The Rare Disease Clinical Trial Network is a group of researchers, clinicians, scientists, patients, charities, their families, who are interested in bringing more rare disease trials to rare disease patients living in Ireland. So the idea is that trials, so research onto treatments of some kind, which could be medications, or it could be a therapy like a behavioural therapy or physiotherapy of some kind, can be investigated and it can be established whether these are a benefit or not for patients. And that's really important because we know that if you're going to a hospital or participating in a trial, that the care for patients is better than for hospitals where such trials are not conducted. The Rare Disease Trial Network came about because the Health Research Board in Ireland was looking to fund rare disease and already had some clinical trial networks and supported this initiative. It's hosted by University College Dublin and it is supported by Health Research Charities Ireland, and we're really excited about that collaboration because that actually brings us really into the field of having patient and public involvement in research from the very beginning.
It's a step forward in bringing clinical trials for rare diseases to Ireland and building a network of people who can help with that as well. And that's vitally important for people living with epidermolysis bullosa, who we as Endeavour Ireland represent, because they're small numbers, such small numbers, and even within EB we've got such small subtypes that it's very difficult to find enough people to take part in a clinical trial. So by having this network to try and entice clinical trials to Ireland will have a big impact on people that we represent.
And I do think that collaboration is key, and I think this is why a conference like this is so important. My number of patients are few, and it's difficult sometimes to develop your ideas and to make the trials come true. So having a good international network where you can discuss your ideas, get good recommendations and also good ideas, exchange ideas and how to solve challenges can make research move much better forward.
So today is the 29th of February, which obviously only drops once every 4 years. So it's Rare Disease Day. And we've decided to hold our Rare Disease Clinical Trials Conference here in the Grand Hotel in Malahide to mark that it is Rare Disease Day today.
The day so far has been excellent, but I also found it very inspiring. So for me, being here today and listening to the comments made, you know, I genuinely felt valued as a patient. I felt that like there was an interest in hearing my perspective on it.
We know if I went around this room, over 90% of you in this room would have a personal connection to a rare disease, and that's why you're in the room. Maybe it's a relative, maybe it's a patient you met, maybe it's someone who you just kind of bonded with, and that's why you stayed in rare disease. There is a lot of a personal connection, and there's a lot of soul and heart.
On our own, one voice or one group of voices for a rare disease might not have as much, I'll not say power is a strong word, but together I think the voices can do so much more, and we can fight for those that we care about, we can fight for the conditions that we care about, but we can do that together.
This is a tremendously exciting time to be working in rare disease research because the advances in basic research and their application to clinical trial support and conduct it's amazing actually.
So it's really exciting to work in rare disease at the moment. There's political interest in it. The families and the patients are so good at advocating for themselves and their needs. It's really rewarding to work with them. They're so enthusiastic about anything we come to them with. We've got a great group of people to work with, and internationally people are interested in reaching out to Irish researchers and saying, join us in a collaboration, join us in a grant application, join us in trying to get a therapy for this rare disease patient group. It's really great to be involved at this time.